Welcome to the engine room of Elite Football, everyone. I'm Coach A, and today we're unpacking a really incredible tactical masterclass explainer. We are breaking down the UFL Elite 241 midfield diamond.
And I'm Coach B. Listen up, U12 players and coaches, because this setup right here, this is where the magic actually happens. We're stepping way beyond basic tactics today to see how this explainer teaches 8 players to move, breathe, and think as one completely unstoppable unit.
So let's jump right in. The whole philosophy here kicks off with a very simple, very blunt truth. Games aren't won by kicking the ball long. You know how it is. In youth football, panic sets in, you're under pressure, and it is so tempting to just boot the ball up the pitch and hope for the best.
Oh, for sure, but that is not elite. At the U12 level, winning is all about controlling the space, it's about mastering your passing angles, and completely dominating the center of the pitch. It's simple math, really. If you own the midfield, you own the game.
Now, to actually control that space, this explainer introduces the 241 midfield diamond. In an 8v8 format, this system essentially breaks down to a 1-2-1-2-1 shape, starting from the back and moving to the front.
Exactly. You've got 2 defenders, a massive 4-player diamond acting as the absolute engine in the middle, and 1 striker up top. It's one team, 8 distinct roles, and honestly, endless passing triangles.
All right, let's break down the individual roles, starting with position number 1. The sweeper-keeper, the ultimate line of defense. Oh man, I absolutely love this role. Goalies, listen to me. You aren't just back there to stop shots in this system. No way. You are the team's very first attacker. Hit the nail on the head. Look at the model player here, Manuel Neuer. Your job to defend means holding a high, aggressive position right on the edge of the 18-yard box to sweep up those long balls before they ever threaten our net. And when we're building out from the back, you have to use your feet. Drop calm, short passes to the base of the diamond. Then, when it's time to score, you're the one driving that counterattack with a lightning-fast hand throw or a driven ground pass. Just channel your inner Neuer. Moving out into the field, we hit positions 2 and 3, the spine and the lockouts, forming the central wall. These two are the foundation of the whole shebang. They have to work together like absolute clockwork, because if this central wall crumbles, the entire diamond falls apart with it. We want you channeling 2 very distinct styles here to build the perfect partnership. Over on the left side, think Virgil van Dijk, the ultimate master of reading the game, acting as that sweeping pendulum cover. Right, and on the right side, think Joško Gvardiol. He's the one stepping up aggressively, snapping into tackles, and breaking lines with hard passes. But listen to this golden rule from the explainer. When one steps up, the other tucks in. You literally never separate by more than 10 to 15 yards. Ever.
So, let's summarize their rule of 3. Defend by protecting that central channel as a synchronized pendulum. Win the ball by forcing the opponents out toward the touchlines, stepping hard into tackles and winning those aerials cleanly. And to score? Break their lines by passing directly through the opposition right into the feet of our midfield diamond.
Speaking of the midfield, let's look at position 6, the defensive midfield anchor, the base of the diamond.
The unsung hero of the pitch. This anchor role is the glue holding this entire 8v8 system together. You have to be smart, you have to be hyper-aware, and you have to be completely fearless. Your ultimate model here is Sergio Busquets. To defend, you screen those back 2, plug up the central gaps, and aggressively block passing lanes to their strikers. But to win the ball and dictate the game, you absolutely must master scanning. You're constantly checking your shoulder and receiving the ball on the half turn, meaning your body is already opened up to the field so you can play forward instantly. And to help us score, you recycle possession. Quick 1 or 2 touch passes to shift the ball away from pressure and out to the open flank.
Next, we move slightly forward and wider to positions 7 and 11, the engines, giving the diamond shape and width. The engines. You need serious stamina for these roles. You are running non-stop, box-to-box, literally fueling the entire team's momentum.
Notice the extreme dual nature required here. You need the weaving, on-the-ball magic of Luka Modric to navigate out of impossibly tight spaces,
combined with the relentless tracking back defensive work rate of Antoine Griezmann. I mean, you are attacking their penalty box 1 second and defending your own corner flag the very next. Let's look at the engine's rule of 3. Defend by pressing centrally. We want to force the opposition into wide traps and then track back aggressively on those wings. Win the ball by creating overloads. That means constantly moving to outnumber the opponent, forming endless passing triangles with your number 6 and your number 10. And how do you score? You make those late ghosting runs straight into the penalty area, or honestly, just let it fly from the edge of the box. All right, moving to the very tip of the diamond. Position number 10, the playmaker.
The maestro, the creator, this is literally where the highlight reels are made. If you've got the number 10 on your back, you are the creative heartbeat of this entire operation.
And notice the explicit directive the explainer gives here. You are Lionel Messi. Your main goal is to float in those highly dangerous half spaces, those little pockets of grass right between the opponent's defenders and midfielders.
Exactly. You find that pocket, you receive the ball, turn incredibly fast, and drive aggressively right at their defenders. Make them panic, make them step out, and force a mistake. The playmaker's rule of 3 breaks down like this. Defend by initiating the central press and deliberately cutting off passing angles to their holding midfielder. Win by finding that pocket, turning and driving hard. And score by slipping precise, defense-splitting through balls to our striker, playing quick 1-2s with the engines, or just finishing it yourself from long range.
Which brings us to the final piece of this tactical puzzle. Position 9, the striker, the lone spearhead.
The tip of the spear. Now, you might be the only one up there on paper, but you are constantly connected to the entire diamond right behind you.
We want our strikers channeling a very specific, lethal mix of Julian Alvarez and Kylian Mbappe based on this breakdown.
Exactly. To defend, you are literally our first line of defense. Press their goalkeeper and center backs relentlessly, just like Alvarez, to force those rushed errors. Win the ball by pinning their defenders deep, which creates massive space for your number 10. Hold up the ball. And to score, channel Mbappe. Time those sharp diagonal runs right behind their defense, attack the near post on crosses, and stay absolutely ruthless in front of goal.
Now, we've covered the specific roles, but individual brilliance just isn't enough. Let's zoom out to look at the whole team with the UEFA Elite Essentials, mastering the transitions.
Okay, this is the secret sauce right here. Tactical systems fall completely apart if you do not react the absolute second the ball changes hands. And the solution to mastering those transitions is the 5-second rule. Step 1 is all about when we lose possession. You press instantly, and you press together as a unit for 5 seconds. No hesitation. And step 2, the moment you win that ball back, explode. Explode forward into space and play the ball early before their defense even has a chance to set up.
So the core of this entire system is perfectly summarized right here on this UEFA Elite cheat sheet. When we are in possession, the tactical rule is simple. Make the pitch big. Expand the diamond's width, demand the ball on angles, and create those passing triangles. But the second we are out of possession, the rule flips. Make the pitch small. Pinch tight, lock down those center channels, and force the opponents outside. And in transition, we live and die by that 5-second rule.
Mastering the 2-4-1 midfield diamond definitely takes time. It requires incredible positional awareness, teamwork, and a really deep understanding of your specific role within this larger ecosystem. Reviewing this blueprint really shows exactly why the top academies use this shape. It demands absolute trust and allowed communication, and it is just incredible to see it broken down so clearly for U12s. Absolutely. Once you truly understand the 2-4-1 diamond, it completely changes how you play the game. But it also begs the question, the next time you sit down to watch a Champions League match, will you just be watching the ball, or will you be watching the diamond?
See you next time.